Good morning, Capricorns. Welcome. Or if you're watching this recorded, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching it. My name is Patty. I'm here to do your Divine Intuitive Tarot, meaning that it is intuitive. I'm extremely intuitive. However, any of the messages or downloads I ask to come from the divine first. That's our source. That's what we should go to. The cards and astrology and numerology are second. So hopefully this will bring you some enlightenment. Also maybe hopefully bring you answers to your challenges, anything that you're going through, or if you're asking questions to the divine, that it comes through for you. So the way that I do my tarot is that it is mainly guided to help you. It's not, I'm not a psychic. I am intuitive. I'm an empath. So this is basically to bring you, enlightenment. Anyway, the first card I'm going to pull. So for those of you that are brand new to tarot, these are oracle cards. I'm going to pull oracle, first one, the divine's card, and that's the message to you. Second one is the current energies. Now we're doing the week between the 21st and the 27th here. So this is Capricorn's 21st, 27th. We do have two energies happening. We have the Mercury retrograde going bye-bye finally, and then we have a full moon on the 24th. So with that said, we've got a lot of energies changing around up here, which is good, because if you have been in a communication, you know, like having a lot of tiffs, arguments, not getting along, a lot of debates, that kind of a thing, that's the Mercury retrograde. That is going by the 22nd, and hallelujah, because it has created a lot of stress for a lot of people. This, especially the Solstice eclipse caused a lot of problems as well. It's been a crazy couple weeks energy wise up in the planet. So and then the 24th again with the full moon, and we still have Saturn in retrograde and Pluto in retrograde. So I'll be talking about those on the 22nd on the full moon reading. For those of you that know me, I usually do the full moon readings on the full moon because those are the energies and they're extremely right point on for that day. However, I'm going to be starting vacation and on a plane on the 24th, so that's why we're doing it the 22nd at 11 o'clock. So that, you know, if you're not subscribed, hit the bell and you'll be able to come on. And it is live. You can ask questions. All my readings are live if I can, so that if somebody's going through something, we can ask questions and try to get a energy through at that point in time. So I'll do some more announcements as we go, but right now let's get started. So your first card out, man, this one has come up a lot in this last week, guys. I think God and divine and is trying to tell us really something, because this is, I think, the third or fourth time this has shown up, and it is risk. And it's also about your core foundation, because it's the number 4. It's about your stability. It is about what is going on with you at your core of if you're taking risks or if you're not, why you're not, that kind of a thing. Because to move forward, we do have to sometimes take risks. Divine has been pounding me with this card this week like no tomorrow. We are in progress. We are in a reset, not only worldly, but earthly, but also too in ourselves, because your current energy card for the 21st through the 27th is the Swan. So again, and that's acknowledgement with the number 3 from numerology. So this is about transforming and trusting your psychic gifts. Psychic gifts, I say spirit divine gifts, or I say spirit gifts, or I say your God-given gifts, that kind of a thing, your abilities, that kind of a thing. Not all of us have that psychic in us, but we all do have intuition in us, and that is transforming how to utilize that intuition, that gut feeling, those little words in our ears. This is a transformation process. Now, in the last readings with risk, there's always been angelic realms, find seek the sacred one, those kind of things, because this is where it comes from, the second realm. We do not understand the second realm. We do not understand the second, where there is, what do you call that? I can't even speak today. Where the divine lays. That is where we should be pulling our information first. That's why I always do a divine card. I don't think there's any tarot reader out there that I have ever seen pull a divine card. That is the source of our energy. That is the source of everything that gives us all that intuition. The little words gives us our abilities. Maybe you interpret dreams. Maybe you have all different kinds of abilities. As an empath, there's lots of them. So this again is where we need to take the risk. However, the future energy for Capricorns 9 is again the number 4. Wow. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Now that could be for you, or you coming towards you, or you giving it to somebody. But this is a really powerful, powerful energy, because once you forgive whatever it is, a person or an action or something of that nature, you release a huge amount of energies. And those energies are out in space, which allows you to bring in more abundance and more energies of the positive higher nature. So definitely really, really, again, this is about your core base. This is about your abilities to see yourself internally in a different dimension. The second dimension where the divine lies. And everybody's like, well, what is she talking about? For those that are new, the second dimension is where divine lays, is, all our main energies. And then that is from the universe. You think of, okay, well, universe and divine are separate. They're not. They're not. He created it. So, he is energy. So he has created it. However, that is underneath him, the universe. And then we also have numerology, which is a human made. But the thing is that it's based on energies, definitely. So you've got all these energies that you really need to pull from, but it needs to be pulled from second dimension with divine first. All right, so let's get going. I don't know why I keep rambling about that, but this is a transformation process for a Capricorn here to really be awoken. I hear awakening, awakening, awakening. So this is somebody that is going to probably try something new. Definitely keep opening doors. Thank you. They're opening doors. And this is taking a risk. This is taking a risk to open a new door, because it depends on where you go in that door, that people will be looking at you. And if they're looking at you, people will think, some people, I don't worry about it anymore. I don't care what people think. I'm here to help. I'm here to do what divine wants me to do. And if people don't like it, they don't like it. I do as I'm instructed to do. I don't understand it half the time. I'm like, seriously? But okay, you want me to do it, you do it, because I can't see the bigger picture. Neither can you. And that's why transformation is hard for a lot of people, because it's hard to adapt to something new. Adaptability is your biggest asset. If you can adapt to different circumstances like COVID, not a problem for me. Not a problem for me. If I need to stay home, I stay home. If I need to go out, I go out. You have to be adaptable, flexible, if you don't understand what adaptability means. All right. All right. So let's get started here. Okay. So we have the first card out, and we have the number 3 again. And it's the same energy as the current week, the swan. However, this is more of a past energy for somebody. There was a lot of happiness, a lot of things going on. Wow, this is beautiful. These first 3 cards, I got to show you here in a second. These first 3 cards are just beautiful. And somebody looks like they are having to change, and they don't like it. They do not like it. Got to get your adaptability or flexibility in there, Capricorn. So we have the 3 of Cups, which the 3 of Cups is all about celebration and having fun and enjoying life and doing things. And so your past has probably not been very bad, okay, for somebody out here. However, it was very safe, because sometimes immaturity can be safe because somebody else is taking the consequences. So sometimes when we make a choice, we don't think about the consequence, especially when we're younger, because we have our parents to fall back on. This is that type of person. This is a person that grew up with maybe even being enabled a little bit and not really knowing what responsibilities were or even how to live life. It's like when people say, well, I'm an adult. Are you living on your own? Are you paying your own bills? Are you moving in your own progress? Do you pay for your own car and your insurance? You don't? Well, then you're not an adult yet. You might be on your way to being an adult, but you're not an adult until you can take care of yourself and function yourself alone. Or even if you're with a roommate, you're still doing your own stuff. Okay. So somebody hasn't, if in this immaturity, it's not a bad thing. We all do go through it. We all grow up. However, at the age of 17, my mother said, I'm moving to Portland and you either come with me or you're on your own at 17. I said, I just started a good new job. I am not moving. And so what happened was I stayed back and I became an adult real quick. So a lot of this has to do with taking a risk. And for somebody, it is scary. It is very, very scary. This is for young people. I don't know who this is for. However, it is very scary, but you got to take the risk. And you know what? If you believe in that second realm, if you believe in the divine, if you believe in that energy, the spiritual energy, you're always going to be taken care of. Because you're going to find resources to help you when you maybe can't do something. Maybe you're running low on money and you don't have enough money for food. There's lots of resources for food out there. Or maybe you're running low on money and you can't pay your utility bills. Lots of resources out there to help you to pay your utility bills. There's a lot of resources. So a lot of people are being fearful to take a risk. And that's what's holding you back from transforming and allowing your spiritual side to grow through rather than your earthly side. Earthly side is going to say, oh, no, I can't do that. I won't do that. You know what? I might not have any money. I might not be able to. You're looking at all the negatives. The earth side looks at the negatives. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we have the high priestess in the current energy, and that's saying trust in the divine, trust in the second realm. Because if you leap out in faith and you trust in that realm, you're going to see things that you would ever, never imagined in your life. Like I said, these are 3 wonderful, beautiful cards, and these are growing. These are transforming cards. Because again, when you're enabled and you're young and you have people taking care of you, now when you take that risk and leap of faith in there, you have to lean on the divine, God, the second dimension, and to help you out. And what happens in the end is you end up with success and love and everything to do with your heart and things that you desired because you took that leap of faith and trust. All right. So this is a current energy right now. And the reason why I say that somebody probably was enabled, excuse me, I'm having some stuff in my lungs. I don't know what's going on. But I do have in my leather work, I used to do spray silicone water repellent. So I think some of that is residual. They found a spot. So, but it's not growing, so I'm okay with that. But the thing is that, again, we had this in our past. This is your past energy that is hindering you, but it's also helping you, because now you know what it's like to have things that feel good. You're going to have to also be creative in moving forward, that you are going to have to be creative in your resources. And this is where you need to begin to listen to your intuition. Okay. This is all about taking a risk to create a new core foundation. So if you even if you're in your 30s, maybe even 40s, you might be going through a whole new transition. Maybe you were married and you had both of you guys working on your funds and your things, and things were working really, really good. However, somebody, maybe they had a divorce or whatever, but this is the time to actually lean on in the divine. Okay. But again, yeah, thank you. Again, so what's hindering you the most is that you're not listening to your intuition. This is going to get you into trouble if you do not pay in the quick near future, because you're not paying attention to your intuition and really what reality is trying to show you. You're looking at what's an illusion. Okay. It's an illusion because we have the Queen of Cups and then we have the Six of Wands, Eight of Wands. And that means that something's coming in fast, or there's something coming in to communicate with you fast. And it's going to require you to pay attention to your intuition, and you're not. Because you're just like, your mind is all over the place, whether it's good or bad, it's all over the place. It's sort of like you need to draw that in and stay focused, because you can't transform without staying focused on what's going on with self and your core foundation. Okay. I think that there is something happening right now in somebody's life that is sort of becoming a wake-up call. Now, that could be somebody going from home to school and they're moving away, and this is a wake-up call that now you're on your own. A little scary, but it's got to be exciting, because this is a time to grow up. This is a time to wake up. This could be somebody transitioning from a living together situation to maybe separating. And if they're separating, that is going to come in quick. It's sort of going to come in sort of fast, and I don't know if it's expected or not, but it's time. And the thing is, the hindrance is that when you're splitting up, somebody's going to be unhappy. However, back in the subconscious, they know that this was coming, and they're not listening to their intuition. Okay, they're not listening to their intuition. For another person, this could be that you may need to travel somewhere and you're not paying attention to your intuition, whatever this travel is, and you really need to go, whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but you're fighting it. I don't know who that is. You know, sometimes we get called to travel to something. We just had, unfortunately, a travel agent, very young travel agent, and that was very well known in our organization, pass away, boom, like that. So a lot of people, because they're from Las Vegas, a lot of people had to fly and go there unexpectedly. Sometimes we have those things happen, but sometimes we fight those things. And if your heart is telling you and your intuition is telling you to go, you need to go. It doesn't matter what reason you have. Divine is saying, I need you to go. There might be somebody you need to touch. There might be somebody that needs to touch you. There might be somebody in that manner. So you got to listen to this intuition. Okay. So your challenge card for the week, which is, you know, how to avoid the problem of what you're doing, is to let go of whatever you're trying to hold on. This is your challenge card for the week. This is to say, okay, I need to let go. I need to release this so that I can allow this intuition to come in, so that I can allow to take this risk, whatever it is, to create a better, solid, healthier foundation for myself. A lot of times we live, thank you. So a lot of the times we live for other people and we lose ourselves. Especially in marriages and in dating, when we begin to lose ourselves, that's when the divine's going to slap you and wake you up. It's like, no, you don't lose yourself in somebody else. You stay your individual. You do what I need you to do in your purpose and calling. Let them do what they need to do in their purpose and calling, and then you meet together. It's sort of like having two entrees, and then you come together. That's dessert. I love that analogy. I think John Gray uses that, but it's very true. It's like you cannot be dessert and entree and come together and now you're a full meal. No, you got to be two entrees and have the dessert in the middle. That's when you come together. All right. But you can't do that until you let go of something. And this again is, you cannot let go. Oh, I could have a whole video on this. Because when I forgave my brother's killer, I've forgiven my sexual abuser, I've forgiven so many people, but I've also prayed for forgiveness, that they would forgive, other people would forgive me for what I have done. And I've gone back and tried to right those wrongs. And I'm still righting wrongs that I did when I was living very worldly and doing things that I should not have been doing. Because my mind was bound to the earth and not spirit. Big difference, guys. Big difference to think in that way. Humongous difference. Night and day. That's why I teach and coach to think from spirit first, because the world thinking, the way that you think from here, will get you into so much trouble and keep you at such low vibrations, rather than thinking from spirit that will raise your vibrations, and it will bring enlightenment and peace and joy and everything into your life. But somebody doesn't want to listen to their intuition. This is your hindrance card. This is what you're hindering on, and you're just fighting it. This is an internal battle between for somebody. All right. Definitely, definitely. All right. Oh, who's running away? Oh, somebody's running away from their emotions and their feelings. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that's for. See, and then now here's the thing. Thank you very much. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I'm studying more because I interpret dreams a little bit. And this gift has been coming to me slowly. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? So I've been learning a little bit about that. However, it is very, very hard to take a risk and jump into something with faith when you're running away. You have to stand firm and listen to your intuition. Somebody does not want to do this. Somebody just wants to run. Now, this could be running in your mind mentally. I just want to leave. I just want to go. Or you could be physically packing up and saying, I'm out of here. I don't know who this is for, but this is not a good running away. This is not this could be a travel card, but this is not a good travel card at this moment. Okay. So somebody, and you've got some beautiful things. This is just about a growing time for you. This is about a transformation time for you. This is a time for you to change your thinking and face your fears. Ooh, that's scary, isn't it? Because that's a big risk. When we face a fear, especially if we're like dating and we don't know if they like us, and if you were to go to ask them, hey, are we dating? Are we in a relationship? Do you want to be dating? Do you want to be in a relationship? That's scary to some people, because that could mean rejection. That could mean that they may come back and give you a no. That could be, whatever. And that's scary to some, because they want that person that bad that they're going to ask them. But you know what? If they say no, it doesn't mean that it is a final no. You never know, because divine has the last word. A lot of people think, oh, well, if they say no, then there's no. You don't know what the divine's going to do with that person. There's so many times in coaching, I have heard people tell me that they had no intimate relation with somebody, friends with somebody, and then all of a sudden one day something happened, just an instant, and that they fell in love and they got married, and they've been married for years. So you don't know. All right. Definitely. Temperance, a lot about patience. This is a time for patience, you guys. This is a time to take a risk. This is a time to transform your, transform your purpose. Somebody's in the transformation of switching purposes. I think they're hanging on to what was and not what is going to be. And that's what this is about. This is your thing to avoid the most. Because if you don't let go of what is now, you might not know your purpose in the future, and you might lose that opportunity. Okay. So a lot of people think, oh, well, what my purpose is to be, a good wife all my life. Well, if that person divorces you, then what, so our purposes change. For a long time, my purpose was in horses, to teach people how to ride horses and how to do that. Then my purpose changed to actually go into weight training and lose a bunch of weight and learn that knowledge and pull that and listen to where the divine wanted me to take it. Did I want to be an author? There's a book back there that I authored, and did I want to be an author? No, but he's like, write this book, help somebody, help move them forward. And then I did that for many years. And then it's like, okay, back to the horses again. Now I'm horse business again. And it's like our purposes change, because he doesn't have just one thing for us, because it's a destiny, it's a journey. And this does take time and patience, and it does take you not running from it. So I believe right now what the divine is saying is, to forgive yourself for maybe thinking in the lower vibration. Give yourself a break. Give yourself some love and kindness from this lower vibration and lift yourself up and begin to move forward in something. There is, right at the middle of this, there is the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups is about something new coming to your life, something new, something refreshing, something creative, something of your heart. This is also could be a relationship starting because you have an ending of something and the starting of another. This is, I'm not in your head, in your heart, so I can't hear that intuition for you, but you can. Because this is a creative energy, a very loving energy that wants to come through, and it's being blocked. Definitely being blocked. All right. Okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's being blocked by your mindset. So with the 8 of, and this is what's holding you back. For somebody, this is what's holding you back. It's a mindset of being in the past. It's almost a victim mentality mindset. It's a mindset, well, I've been hurt. And I hate to say this because, and I'm not belittling it because I've been through sexual abuse. Well, you don't know what they did to me. You don't know how it hurt me. You don't know how it damaged me. You don't know how, yes, I do. But that's holding you back. So I don't know what it is in your life that has damaged you, hurt you, made you stuck, and to stay there. But divine does not want that for you. This is the risk you have to take. Now, if you need to get counseling, coaching, whatever, you need to do that. If you need some sexual abuse coaching as far as healing, email me. However, you have to take the risk. You have to step out in faith. Thank you. Divine saying, step out in faith. Trust me. He doesn't do these things of harm. And it's not harm. It's actually, it's painful. It is very painful. However, this pain, he says, I do my best work in the dark. And he does. Because the dark is where we don't want to look. Why is it that we don't want to get out of it? That negative, low vibrational energy. Why is it that we don't want to leave it? Why do we fight so hard to hang on to it? All right. Can I get some clarification, or if there's anything that you would like me to share on forgiveness, Divine? Because I know this is extremely hard for most people. I know that very, very, very few people will forgive not only abusers, but are people who have wronged with us, or people who have actually hurt or even killed our family members. Can you give me anything else on this, Divine, that you want me to share? I shouldn't be using these cards, though. Let me change some different cards. Because these ones are really hard to shuffle. I can't, my hands aren't long enough to do that. So, let me see if there's anything he wants to do. And then I'm going to go to love and relationships. So, I guess the first thing that we need to do is, begin to grow in our maturity a little bit. Definitely begin to grow in our maturity because it's just a stepping stone. We all are maturing. We all are maturing to whatever. Now we can mature backwards, or we can actually become more immature in our, I call it ignorance, in not moving forward, or we can actually grow and learn and actually get everything that we want to do. But we all are transforming. Wow. Somebody with this forgiveness. Okay. Boy, this might be a little bit longer. Is there anything else, Divine, with this? Oh, beautiful. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you. Whew, I get goosebumps for somebody. Somebody's been really damaged. Somebody has been really damaged. So this is how the cards fell. The cards has fallen with Justice. The card had fallen with Pentacles. And then the next card, beautiful, beautiful card, is an Ace of Cups. This is a offering of love, and forgiveness is love. So somebody has been very damaged, and I don't know if the person was brought to justice or not. However, somebody was damaged by somebody. They hurt their foundation. Now, this is the Six of Pentacles. Giving and taking is pretty much what it is. Somebody took. And this could be a financial, it could be their core foundation, financial stability. It rocked their financial, or not financial stability, but their core stability. And this is something that they just took and took and took from somebody. Now, this could be your core stability of financial. If you're a little bit older, you could have taken, like in a divorce, somebody's going to say, well, I'm going to take everything from you. I think that is the most wrong thing to do. When you go into marriage, you go in with the understanding that, no, you don't want divorce. However, when the divorce comes, why can't you be civil? Why can't you just, because anything on this earth can be replaced. Why are you fighting about money? Why are you fighting about, well, I put in. Do you not believe in the second dimension that he will give you that again as long as you leave it in love? Be surprised. When my husband left, he had money and he was afraid that I was going to take his money. I said, you take anything in this house that you want. Anything. I don't want it. You take your money, you take everything, because I married you for you. That is what I wanted, you. So this stuff doesn't mean anything to me because I can replace it. But your heart and your mind and your soul, I can't replace, which I fell in love with. Okay, so, but somebody did rock it really hard. So for you to forgive, you've got to get to the second dimension. You've got to get to the divine and say, you know what? That all can be replaced. Well, they hurt me. Did they hurt you? Did you hurt them? It's a two-way street. Here's why divorce happens. Poor communication, period. You come in on different planes. You're not honest with each other. You don't come in authentically with each other. You're not authentic. You're not authentic. You get married and oops, who's that person now? How many times have we heard, I got married and it all changed? Because you're not being authentic. Communication, broken before even marriage. Money. There wasn't a discussion of money. Was there a prenup? Was there no prenup? And why is there a prenup? If you're getting married, it should all be in together. Shouldn't matter. However, it all just depends. I had a prenup because I knew he wasn't in it for that. And I was trying to show him that he was only here for a green card, not for me. And lo and behold, he didn't get his green card. Long story short. Anyway. But the love of their offering is definitely an offering of love. And the only way that you can get through this is look inside yourself, do your work yourself. This may take somebody to help you get through it, whether it be coaching or counseling. You can always reach out and email me or go to my website, that kind of a thing, if that's going to help you. But always email me if you have a question. I don't charge for questions at all. The only time I don't charge for anything. The only time I charge is if we're going to do some really deep work one-on-one. That's the only time. But this is something that you can actually now give yourself the gift of taking the risk, doing the work, because these two cards go together, and forgive and move on. Because your challenge card is letting go. You can't move forward until you let go. Okay. Huge. Oh, God. Let's go to love real quick. Oh, my goodness. I promised you guys love. I'll give you love. I'll give you love. Oh, my. Look at him. He's very interesting. This is sort of a new oracle deck to me. I really like it. So we have the Metal King for love and relationships, discipline, armor, and boundaries. What did we just talk about? So in love and relationships, you have to have those boundaries. You have to have discipline enough to have hard conversations. And this is where fear comes in because, well, I don't want to ask that. I don't want to ask that. You better know everything and ask everything and feel comfortable going in it. Because when you have that, then you have literally the armor you need. You have everything that you need. You have the healthy boundaries. You know which way it's going to go. You know what it's going to happen. It's going to do because you know your partner then. Take that risk. This is a huge transformation process for somebody right now. And listen, everybody communicates differently. So I am very articulate, but I also am very direct and forward. Hey, do you like, I'm going to make squash. Do you like squash? Very simple, right? But when it comes to those hard questions, if you're dating, have you ever been in jail? Have you ever been arrested? Those are hard to ask, and they're like, wow, that's none of your business. If we're moving forward in dating, it sure is my business. These are things you can't be afraid. And somebody might have to beat around the bush. Well, I had a friend that, was arrested once, and boy, it really caused problems. Some people are indirect. And maybe that person's like, well, I've never been arrested. Well, you got your answer right there. Or, yeah, I was arrested once. I got a misdemeanor, But it's your communication, okay? This is where you find your boundaries. This is also the number 10. This is a new beginning. This is a new beginning to try something new. Again, take the risk. Transform this to a healthier, so you have healthier boundaries. You know where you're at. So we have the new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. Not sure who that's for. It is, okay, thank you. So he's saying it's a safe environment to do this in with your loved one who you're talking to, or you're dating, or you're married to, or whatever. This is a safe environment. This is you. This is a couple. This is the number 2. This is the high priestess saying, go ahead. It's safe here. I got your back, kind of a thing. Confidence is the key to success. Confidence. You have to have confidence to have that risk. This is all coined. I can't make this up, guys. This is the divine talking to you guys. This is the divine saying, hey, you know what? I got you. You and loved ones are safe. I got you. Because you know what? I'm doing this to not only do what you need to do, but to forgive and move on. Okay, so I don't know who that's for. But this love relationship is about building new boundaries, new standards in your relationship. This is called discipline of your relationship. Getting disciplined, saying, okay, I'm going to do this, we're going to do this, and not saying, oh, well, I'm going to do this, we're going to do this, and never do it. That's a bunch of bunk. That's hurtful. When you say you're going to do something and then you don't follow through, that's hurtful. Because when you say, for example, I had somebody after I sold my horse, she said, well, I'm going to get us out trail riding once, and how would you like to ride your horse again? And I was crying. I was so excited. Has that person ever done that? Never. And that was really hurtful. So don't say things that you're not going to plan on following through, because this is where you're safe. Follow through with whatever you are saying to do, and have confidence that you're going to do it, or don't say it, period. I don't know who that's for, and I don't know where that came from, but the divine definitely was sharing with that one, because that's broken promises. Broken promises are, well, you'll see in my video I'm finally almost done editing my sexual abuse video, and it'll be out before I go on vacation the 24th. But yeah, very transparent and not for kids. I get a little detailed, so not for children. Get them out of the room if they're in the room when you start to watch that. But the thing is, it's about growing boundaries, taking the risk, and moving forward and learning how to forgive, Capricorns. That's what it's all about. So, still doing the dailies. Oh, did I even put today's up? Oh my God, I might even forgot today's. I better do that right now. Doing the dailies Monday through Friday. I don't know if I'm going to be doing them in July. There's not a lot of interest in the dailies, but you know what? They come and go. Divine says do them, and then I do them, and then I don't, and then I do them, and then I don't. Only because if there isn't a lot of interest there, then I don't do them. So maybe it's just supposed to reach a few people for whatever purpose he's got. And then full moon reading on the 22nd at 11 a.m. Make sure that you like, please. And share and subscribe. Hit the bell. I love subscriptions, only because YouTube loves subscriptions. But yeah, and then we will see you on the 28th. 28th through the 4th is going to be recorded. However, I will be doing hopefully 1 or 2 lives from Universal Studios or Disney World in Orlando. If you're in the Orlando area and you're around Universal or Disney World from the 24th to July 4th, give me a shout. I would love to meet you. I'd love to meet you guys. Otherwise, really work on this, I would watch this video again. There is a lot packed in this video, especially about your transformation and taking some risks. It's time to take risks for a new purpose, a new foundation for somebody. I keep hearing that. So this is a time for a new purpose to be coming in. So one purpose is ending and a new purpose is coming. We want that. We want that. All right. Love you guys. See you on the 28th. And I will talk to you soon. Don't forget, 22nd is full moon reading. Subscribe and hit the bell. All right. Take care, guys.